Good morning and happy Monday, OJ. Today is Monday, April 26th, 2021.
We have some upcoming events this week we want to make sure you're aware of. On Tuesday, our eighth graders will be taking the PSAT. It will be a half day for all OJ students as a result of that test. So please plan to get picked up or catch the bus at 11:20 on Tuesday. On Friday, it is a no school for students. All of us staff have a PLC day. However, no school for students whatsoever. So enjoy the day. I think it's supposed to warm up. So have some fun, catch up on schoolwork, do all that good stuff. And then we do have a big upcoming event with Mrs. Helminski coming up on May 5th, where you can bike to school day. It's a holiday we're kind of celebrating. If you do participate, you will get a sticker that is actually redeemable for a water bottle later on this week. So please participate on May 5th to the Bike to School Day.
As Ms. Shaper-Cotter just mentioned, eighth grade students will be taking the PSAT tomorrow. It's a test that will go over your ELA and math skills, and we know you're going to do great. Sixth and seventh grade students, you will go to each of your classes tomorrow, including your B-Day elective. It is really, really important that we maintain a quiet environment when you're in the hallways during passing time so that our eighth grade students can do their best on the test.
We want to remind everyone about some hallway things that we're starting to see, especially as weather warms up and all that good stuff. Everyone kind of gets a little bit more excited and squirrely than normal. There are some things that we're seeing in the hallways that we need to kind of curb. So the biggest thing, we need to walk on the right side. Those stanchions are there for a reason. Walk on the right of them, especially around corners. It not only helps with social distancing, but it just helps you guys be safe. I've seen a lot of kids run into each other because they're walking on the wrong side of the road, so to speak. Please do not touch or undo the stanchions. There's been this really fun game going on apparently this week with some of our sixth graders. I'm looking at you. Do not undo the stanchions. Those are there for your safety and for social distancing purposes. Do not touch those stanchions. They're there for a purpose, not to play with. So please leave them alone. Again, in the hallways, you want to maintain that social distance. Unfortunately, we keep thinking we're at the end of this pandemic and it just does not stop. And unfortunately, it continues to kind of be on an upswing here. So keep social distance, make sure we're staying safe and respecting each other's bubbles in space. Go to class, right from one class to the next. We're asking you not to go to your lockers in between classes. We're asking you to ask to go to the bathroom right at the beginning of your next class in order to maintain a smaller numbers in there. Just make sure that PBIS expectation, right time, right place for the right reasons. And then finally, this is starting to pick up a little bit too. Do not jump and hit the ceiling or doorways along your route. It's not only a safety concern, it does mess up the building a little bit, and it's just kind of silly. So just don't do it. We want you to walk and be safe in those hallways.
Some dress code reminders for you as well. Again, as the weather warms up, we start to see more dress code violations here at school. No hats, hoods, or bandanas. You know, we're tough on this one. It's so that we can see your face. And you know, it's even tougher this year to see your face when you're wearing your mask, because we wear masks here at OJ, and it's an expectation that you wear your mask appropriately. So no hats, hoods, bandanas, so that we can tell who you are. You know, hopefully we never have to come to this, but we need to be able to identify people on video. And if you have your hat on or a hood on, we just can't do that. So make sure you're not wearing hats, hoods, or bandanas. We can't have any clothing with inappropriate sayings or slogans or advertising for alcohol or tobacco products. Can't have it. We cannot have blouses or shirts that expose the midsection. No shorts or dresses. They should be at mid-thigh length or longer. And shirts must cover your shoulder. Spaghetti straps, tank tops, muscle shirts, and off-the-shoulder shirts all are also not permitted. Again, make sure we're wearing what we need to when we're here at school.
And of course, what would be a Monday message without some COVID reminders? It's been, I think, in every message so far this year. Again, we are seemingly in a bit of an uptick, so we want to make sure we're keeping ourselves and each other safe. Please wash your hands often, and especially before and after you're going to eat. If you do not feel well, this is huge, guys. Stay home. If you don't feel well, stay home. You guys know, and many of you unfortunately experience what it's like to be on quarantine. It affects a lot more people than just you. So if you feel like you're not feeling right, you don't feel well, stay home. It's for your safety as well as the safety and your classmates' ability to stay in school. Make sure your mask is covering both your nose and your mouth. This is a problem we see pretty regularly with people kind of having it below their nose. Again, the CDC says having it below your nose is equivalent to not having it on at all. You wear the mask not only for your protection, but for the protection of everyone around you. So again, please respect other people, keep other people safe, and make sure we're all able to continue to be here in the building at school. And then, of course, what we always hear is that maintain that social distance, respect people's bubble, respect people's space. Some people are more comfortable than others. So let's please, please, please keep these in mind. We do not want to shut again. We do not want to have as many kids out as we had this last Monday. Keep each other safe, be respectful, and follow the protocols.
As Ms. Shaper-Cotter mentioned before, Bike to School Day is May 5th. You'll meet at Oriole Field with your bike, and then we'll actually have a police escort down Tinkham Avenue to school. Helmets are encouraged, and you'll get a free water bottle that's pictured to the right of the screen. And you'll get to be active and have an active brain. It'll be really cool. So we'll have more information on this. Thank you to Ms. Helminski for getting this going, but it's going to be a really cool event.
Our academic vocabulary of the week is hypothesis. Hypothesis is a proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. You often do this in science class. And as you can see in the icon below, it talks a little bit about what makes a good hypothesis. So it's starting off with a solid question that you don't know the answer to. You're doing a little bit of background search or research to kind of figure out what maybe an answer of that question would be. You make sure that hypothesis is testable. So you come up with some kind of idea that you think this is going to happen. Like in here, they're doing plants. So maybe I think if I put Miracle-Gro in one plant and then use regular dirt in another, that the Miracle-Gro plant will grow larger. So I make that and make sure it's testable where I can compare and contrast. And then again, kind of what I just said, use those independent and dependent variables. So if I think Miracle-Gro is going to help my garden grow better, then I'll use one with Miracle-Gro and one plant without to make sure that I'm correct or maybe not correct. So hypothesis, you'll often hear this in science, coming up on some of those PSATs and things like that, those tests that are coming up. This might be a word that you hear. It's a proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence and a starting point for further investigation.
Our PBIS word of the week is adaptable. To be adaptable means to adjust to new conditions. And we have seen your adaptability all year because we started in person and then we went virtual and then we were in person and then we were virtual again. So you have demonstrated great adaptability throughout the course of this school year. Go with the flow and understand when things don't go as planned. Hey, we planned on giving the PSAT 8-9 to our 8th graders on April 12th. We were ready to go and then we were virtual. So now we're going to give it to you on Tuesday, the 27th. That's being flexible and being open to different views. Adaptable, adjusting to new conditions is our PBIS word of the week.
As always, be responsible, be respectful, and be an Oriole. Have a great week. Go O's.